Okay, so some Michael Bay stories. So, so that's Michael Bay. This is Michael Bay on a green screen. He was actually in Age of Extinction as you might remember this moment where Bumblebee and Prime go crashing through a truck. I worked on the truck and everything, but Michael Bay is actually the passenger in this truck. I don't know why. I think truck drivers usually drive alone, so I don't know why. Like maybe he's a hitchhiker or something. And anyway, so Michael Bay is stuck in that film. You can probably catch it if you watch the movie in slow motion. Anyway, I've got some Michael Bay. I've worked on 4 of his films, and I also worked on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the 3 Bay movies for Transformers. So I've been personally congratulated by Michael Bay and personally insulted by him, like specifically. So it was both were very cool. The first one was Megatron. Actually, you never actually see it in the movie clearly, but Megatron has a really beautiful relief sculpture on the side of his helmet. They just never get a good shot of it ever, so it's just the way everything was laid out. But he actually has this sort of like very sort of ornate carving on his head. I think it might have. Yeah, so it looks like this. So it's Megatron from the second movie for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he's just remembering the good old days before he was Galvatron. And he's got like an army of robots, and on the other side is Prime, holding a sword over the same army's head, because I guess in the movie they're brothers and like. But anyway, Michael Bay loved this idea, and he gave me a personal congratulations for it because he thought the idea was fantastic and put it in the movie. And then right near the end of the movie, Michael Bay. He's a great guy to work for, but he has like this way of, when the movie comes to an end, he wants to squeeze the last bit out of you. He wants to make sure that you're doing all you can to make sure that the movie is just perfect. And so he might say some things that are a little bit like iffy. So in my case, he just, he'd seen Hot Rod for 6 months and loved him. He's like, he couldn't go on enough about Hot Rod. Oh, he looks great. And then one day he comes in, maybe he was just feeling bad that day, and he's like, meow, Hot Rod. And you're like, oh, yeah? He's like, those kids on the internet who are trying to do the stuff that you guys do, but doing a beep job of it? That's what Hot Rod looks like. And you're like, oh. So yeah, ouch. So anyway, but we just like, oh, he's just rattling our cage, and we know he looks good, so we didn't make any changes. He was fine. I was always like, Hot Rod's voice. So I think they should have got Judd Nelson to do his voice. Anybody else? Yeah. Anyway, onwards. So the other really cool thing about working for Michael Bay is like Michael Bay would come into ILM like twice a week, and every time he came in, during Age of Extinction, when Michael Bay would come in, ILM would get him lunch. They would have lunch ready for him. And they didn't know what he wanted that day, so they would preemptively get a bunch of different things. There'd be sushi, there'd be, I think there'd be like chicken, and there would be In-N-Out Burger. And I don't know if you've ever had In-N-Out Burger, but they are good. They are really, really good. So one day he comes in, and he decides he wants In-N-Out Burger that day. So he eats the In-N-Out Burger, and then he's like, oh, that's good. I'll have another one of those burgers. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, Mr. Bay. That's the only In-N-Out Burger we have. And he lost it. He was like, one burger? Who only gets one burger? So ever since then, they got 6 burgers. So it was always 6, just in case he was like, 5 burgers? Who only has 5 burgers? So just in case, they got 6 burgers. Nothing ever happened after that. So all the way through Age of Extinction and last night, 6 burgers every time he showed up. So that was great because he would never eat 6 burgers. So my coordinator would say, Michael Bay has left the building. And then we'd all run down and get all those free cold burgers.